Hey, bonjour à tous, Battosay here. Welcome to episode 13 of my Let's Play. And finally I've been lucky with the enchanting system, because I got a very nice efficiency 5 and breaking 3 and fortune 3 pickaxe. So I've got down to the mine to test it, and that's really cool to mine with it. It gets very different, and in 2 hours of mining I got a huge amount of redstone and of diamonds, as you can see. 100 diamonds, a lot of coal as well, and a good lot of iron and gold as well. So that's very nice. I really like how it works, and yeah, finally lucky with it. I spent several hours in the XP farm to get 3 level 50 enchantment. On the pickaxe for fortune 3, I did one on the shovel and I got the efficiency 5 and breaking 3, and I did one on the sword and I got something fairly interesting, the looting 3, sharpness 4 and knockback 2. Not a huge fan of knockback, but looting 3 is really good, because with looting it's just like with a fortune on a pickaxe, you get more drops when you kill the mobs, and that's really nice. I'm gonna use that to get some more gunpowder for the potions, and also to get some more ink sac when I kill squids and stuff like that, and also maybe in the mob traps to increase the drop rate. But yeah, that's not the purpose of today's video. First we are gonna see to quickly make a lot of seeds. So I've removed the yeah, I've removed I removed the ship from here, and now they're in a breeding harness above, waiting here until I start the breeding farm. And now I wanted to make full food. So to make a lot of full food, I've made donuts. So I've placed wheat in the millstone to get flour, and when you cook the flour you get donuts. And if I place the donuts in a cauldron with dung and I wait a little bit, it's gonna turn all of the food into full food, which work the same way as bone meal, so you can use it to grow plants or tall grass or the trees. There we go, lots of full food. And I'm gonna use that in a dark room. So I've got a small room with a 5x5 pad of grass. I can close the door here with pistons. There's 2 sticky pistons just here, and also I can turn off the light over here. But there's something more. I have a small redstone clock connected to the same lever as the light, so that's the light block under this one. And when the light is off, it's gonna make a small clock here, which wait, let me turn this on. It's gonna be there. So yeah, it makes a small loop of redstone, and if I do that, it's because the redstone is right under the grass, and it's gonna update the grass, because I'm gonna grow it in the dark. And when the tall grass grows in the dark, if the block gets updated, then the tall grass is gonna pop out, and I'll get seeds and flowers and hemp seeds. Yep, red and yellow flowers, seeds and hemp seeds. So if I do that, I just click on the ground like that. It's gonna make grass that's gonna pop out, and I can get my seeds and my flower. There I am. Let's turn the light on. Damn, I'm full. And that's a quick and easy way to make your seeds, and that's what I'm gonna use in the wheat farm, in which we'll get right now. So if I just plant the tall grass and remove the light, all of the tall grass gets destroyed. So you can simply connect a clock to the light and periodically turns it on and off to destroy the tall grass. Just like that. Fairly simple. Okay, so let me just put that in some chest and we'll get to the wheat farm. Actually, I felt more like building the storage part and the processing of the breeding farm, so let me tell you what the plans are. So now we're under the cows. You can hear them above the baby. And that's the hopper, which contains the sticks and the leather. So I've placed rollers as filters. This way only the leather will be able to go through the hopper, and the sticks will be stuck above the hopper and be carried away. Whoopsie. And gets carried by some water flow. So I have to take some space above. Here we are. So we are gonna have the sticks and the laser falling on top of the hopper here, and the laser will get into the hoppers while the stick will go this way. And down there, under the sticks, I'm gonna have my dung factory. So I'm only gonna use 2 dogs because I'm gonna use the third one to do something else. And the 2 wolves will be here, so we are gonna have the sticks coming either this way or this way above both of the hopper. I'm gonna use pistons to change the water flow, either going into hopper number 1 or into hopper number 2. Then we're gonna have block dispenser just here where I destroyed the blocks. And below that, on top of, well, that's gonna be the block dispenser here. So on top of the brick block here, we're gonna have, nope, this one, another one here. Here we are gonna have the wolves to make sure that it won't be swallowed by the block dispenser. And that's gonna be the dung farm. I'm also gonna add a small piston to have a switch to be able to remove the block just here. Let me place a brick block here. This way I'm gonna be able to take the sticks in a chest if I want to keep the sticks for me and don't feed my wolves. And then under that we are gonna have the dung from the dung farm going into a cauldron. The leather here will get into a millstone and will go into a water channel and go either into the same cauldron as the dung from them or into a cauldron with stock fire under it if I want to make glue out of the leather. And same thing here, the sticks will get into a cauldron and I'm gonna have a lever to stock the fire if I want to use the sticks as food or if I want to turn it into tallow. And for the pig's part, that's gonna be much simpler. I don't need any filter at all. I'm just gonna have water carry the pork chop either into a cauldron or into a cauldron with stock fire under to make tallow, because I'm probably gonna mostly use the pork chop to make tallow for the mining charges, because I want to use a lot of the mining charges to start the mob trap. And if I use the cow to feed the wolves and make the dung farm and not the pigs, it's because the cows gives more food than the pigs, and also the pork chop makes more tallow than the steaks, so it's far more efficient to use the pork chop for the tallow. You get one tallow for each pork chop, whereas you need 4 sticks to make a single tallow. And wolves don't make the difference between pork chop or sticks to make dung. And then after that, the timer for the feeder for the wolves will be connected to the same signal as the wheat dispenser, so roughly every 8 minutes. That should be enough to keep them making dung. And to split the food, as I've said, I'm gonna have a piston, either pushing the items on hopper 1 or on hopper 2, and I'm gonna simply use again the same timing, and every 8 minutes the stakes will go into hopper 1, and 8 minutes later the water flow will change and the stakes will go into hopper 2. Okay, well, it's taking shape. It's taking me a bit longer than what I expected, but that's actually really fun to do. So, for the pigs, I'm gonna have just 2 exit points, either in a chest with a hopper above it, or in a cauldron, and also an additional lever to stoke the fire, or not, to just eat the food, or to turn it into tallow. Also, I'm gonna add an additional level down there, so I'm gonna have glass here. That's gonna be the roof, the ceiling from here, to be able to see through it. And the additional level will be here, where I'm gonna have my exit points for the pig farm and for the cows. So the drop from the cows, the laser will go down there and automatically gets into the millstone to be scored, and then it's gonna go either with the dung from the dung farm or into a cauldron with stock fire under it to make glue, using pistons to change the flow here. And the sticks from the cows will go either in the dung farm, which is gonna be here. The wolves are gonna be sitting on top of the half slabs here and be fed by the dispenser here. I still have to add the hopper, or fall when I remove the sandstone block and go over the stone brick here and go down here into this cauldron that I'm gonna add here. And also I'm gonna add an optional lever to again stoke the fire to make tallow out of the sticks. And all of the redstone are gonna be on this wall here for the pigs and this wall here for the cows. And also I'm maybe gonna add some light signals on the corridor here to tell me if the drops are gonna end up in a cauldron or in the duck farm, or if the fire is stuck or not, just to be able to know what's happening just from this corridor here. So yeah, still have to polish up a little bit the last floor and connect the redstone part, along with bringing down mechanical power. I'm just gonna use the same as the saw right above here and here. And there it is, the almost finished version of the storage and processing part. So as you can see, I've used bricks on the last floor. I've set up some cauldrons and some chests. So that's the pig farm. And the pork chop can either go into a cauldron, and I can turn it on or off from here, or go into the chest. If I press the button, it will change the water flow from above using only 2 pistons. So it goes either this way, and since there's a hole here, I don't need any walls again around the water. It goes on its own in the hole here. And if I press the button again, I have to use a flip-flop. Then it's the set of pistons. They're simply connected to the same signal and reversed. So it's either this torch that's on or this one. And the water looks very nice like that. I love the sink went with the hole right here. I don't need walls, and that's kinda nice. So I just have to polish up a little bit, place the wall here to hide the wiring. I just wanted to show you how it looks. And that's the pig farm. And I can also turn on this lever that is connected to a small timer for the bellows over here using a turntable to start the fire just here. That's better if the cauldron is powered to do that, but you got the point. And if I have a added lever for all of the cauldrons is because, again, crappy computer, so it's best for me to not have that much batches working at the same time. So that's it for the pigs. That was the easy part. For the cow, we have the dung farm on one side. I just have to add the wolves. I'll do that later. That's gonna be fairly simple. And after that, if we go behind, oh crap, if we go, if it was facing down, up, yeah, I'll place it back later. So if we go on the side, we have the dispenser feeding the wolves under. The signal for the dispenser is simply the same as for the wheat dispenser. So I've simply took the signal from the wheat timer, and the same signal that goes into the redstone column here goes under to feed the wolves. And to place the food either in this hopper or in the other one, that's the signal from the flip-flop of also the wheat timer. I've took the signal here and carried it all the way to the pistons, which are here. And again, we have either one piston powered or the other, and that's allowing the food to go either into one hopper or in the other. From here. Yep. And the leather will go into the millstone, and again using pistons. I have one here and one other here. I can get the leather to go either into a cauldron with stocked fire under it to make glue. And now the leather will fall into this cauldron. Go on the left, or it can go on the cauldron with the dung, and now the water carries the leather with the dung from the dung farm. And I still have to finish the still have to finish the part with the wolves. That's why you can see the sticks being wasted and the water not going all the way over there. And again, a redstone signal for the cauldron here, for each cauldron actually. This one only have stock fire under it, so let's get downstairs. The hibatchis are simply powered by the lever above the concentrated hellfire block here, powering the 3 set of hibatchis. And then this one is for the tanned leather, so I don't need bellows for this one. The second one is for the steaks, so if I just want to cook them, I simply power the hibatchis. And if I want to make tallow, like that, I've connected another lever to a turntable to power the bellow to have stock fire here. And the third set is for the glue, so when I don't want to place the scored laser in the dung cauldron, and I place it here to make glue, so I only need the stocked fire to do that, so the same signal from the hibatchis goes to the turntable over there. And then we have a whole bunch of wires going a bit everywhere to send signals. How do I get back? Yeah, let's go that way. To send a signal going all the way up to the sea level to carry the info about which lever is being pressed. So this way I know if I'm making tan leather or glue, and if I'm feeding the wolves, or if I'm keeping the food for myself. And using redstone columns, again, I've carried the signal all the way back up, just here. So I also have the same signal if I'm over there, along with a button to feed the animals for the breeding, and again the same button at the last level to be able to make them breed from here. So now I'll just add the wolves, finish the room. I have to add some glass walls over there, and close that up, and it will be good, and I'll show you that. So be right back. And there it is, all polished and finished, looking great, I think. Actually, I really like how it turned out. So we have the big part with a new friend and something special, but later. And on the other side, the middle part to see the leather, and when the sticks are going to the cauldron for me, the part with the millstone, and the part that is about to be closed with the wolves. I just wanted to say goodbye to them, since that's gonna be the last time ever that they see the light from the day. So let's say goodbye to them and lock them up forever. Bye bye, guys. And downstairs everything is working properly. I have my pork shop set up, and it's working to make the tallow. On the other side I already have some scored leather. That's the leather I've collected while I was building out of that, since the cow farm for the wheat farm above the cow is connected. That's making wheat, and so that's breeding the cows. So all of that was made by the farm itself already. And I've also made a bit of glue using the laser, since I'm gonna use a lot of glue for the steel tools. And yeah, looking pretty cool actually. I think I'm definitely gonna make Battosay versus the automated breeding farm video, in which I'll get everything into detail. But now I've realized that it's like almost 20 or 25 minutes, so we're gonna end up the episode quickly. And the next one will be about the wheat farm. I know I've been postponing this part a bit since I'm a bit hesitant on how to do that, since it's a bit more complicated to do than what I usually do. Is there still some wheat? Nope. So yeah, no, I'm gonna make it now. Stop fooling around and let's get into that. So yep, next thing, the wheat timer, and also I'm gonna remove all of the cauldrons and the crucibles from my mansion and move them into a new room. That's gonna be either on this side or this one. I still haven't picked, and I'm gonna place a whole new area for the map, for the base, with lots of cauldrons, at least 16 of them for each and every wool color, along with some more to cook food and make filaments and stuff like that, and also several crucibles and kilns, and mostly the most important part, an automated kiln and an automated pottery system to make lots of block dispenser to start on the farms above. But now, a small surprise for the end, I've added a new mod, and we're gonna do something to this wolf over here and turn it into a doggy talent dog. So I think that I can change how it looks by uh, I think I need to use something else. Still haven't looked into the mod much yet, but yeah, I've installed the Doggy Talent mod. The link is gonna be in the description, and we'll see how the modder managed to make walls more useful, because that's his purpose. He also noticed that the walls are fairly useless in vanilla, so tried to improve them, and we're gonna see how it goes. So we're gonna have to name it, and yeah, I'm open to suggestions. Yeah, there it is with a stick. So that's gonna be the dog's name, and that's gonna be up to you guys. So you can choose how you want me to name it, and I'll pick the best suggestion. And that's it for today. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and don't worry, the wheat farm is coming. I know some of you guys are fairly interested in this part, and don't worry, I don't forget about it. And that's it for today, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Hey Ben, I'm gonna call you. I have no idea.